I was standing on West 135th Street in Harlem singing, "You Are the Champions, My Friends," but it wasn't for some rock star or some sports star. It was for New York City public school students who were going to school on the first day.
Get it, get that A, get that A. All right. Yeah.
Kids today were heading to school with their backpacks, their lunch boxes, and we were treating them like stars. John Burnett, who's a community activist and politician, put a call out for Black and Hispanic men to show up for these kids. It was really inspirational.
All right, my man. All right. Good job.
I spoke to one of the children, Jose, and asked him, what was it like to get that much cheer on your first day?
When they started clapping, I was like, yeah, I'm ready for the school year, and I was motivated.
I also spoke to Gigi, who's actually the daughter of Dr. Jeffrey Gardier, who Skypes in on our show very often. Yeah, just a coincidence. Just happened to be her school. Has that ever happened to you before?
No.
Do you feel like a star?
Yeah.
There were also police officers in that line of men greeting the children, but they were not in uniform. I spoke to one of the police officers, Carlos, and asked him why.
We want to make it easier for all of the kids to come talk to us because we know that the kids kind of have a little bit of trepidation when it comes to dealing with the police.
When I was speaking to the organizer, John Burnett, he said that the reason why they're doing this event, it's not just feel good, it's because in middle school, that's when gangs go after these kids and recruit them.
Oftentimes kids are pulled apart. On one hand, they have to choose between coming to school to get a good education. On the other end, to join different members of, let's say, gangs or people that are engaging into negative behavior. That
This young? Middle school?
Yeah, it starts very young, all the way to high school.
And it starts from like 6th grade?
We need to start when they're in the womb.
So they want to make sure that they get these kids on the right path as soon as they can before the bad guys get to them.
They're not going to be there tonight when the kids come home from school, though, and I want to know, how does this have any positive impact on these kids not choosing a life of violence or crime because that dad figure was there when they went to school, but not at home?
Well, I've chased gangs, and I spoke to a Bloods gang leader in Trenton, the Almighty Blood Messiah, and he said that often these gang leaders are effective in recruiting children because they act like father figures for these children. So although these men who were there at the school are not their actual father, they could be their mentor.
But not every kid in this group is necessarily, at risk of falling to a gang. Some of these kids, it's great to have just more positive enforcement in your life and outside of the home.
Not to call out, Dr. Jeff, but was he there?
I did meet him, but I wasn't rolling at the time. But yeah, he actually dropped off his kids.
All right. Hey, look, I had to ask.